Week 2, let's go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm RT, flying solo today. Alan did his show last night. Hope everybody who stopped by got a little bit of information, had a little bit of fun. But yeah, it's me flying solo on this beautiful Sunday here in North Texas, 10:30 in the a.m. I am a little behind, but it's all good. I'm not really too worried about it. If you missed last week, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down lineups, mine specifically. If you have questions, you can ask them. We're going to make some NFL picks. We're going to actually look at the odds, spreads, money lines, stuff like that, the totals, because it's going to kind of come into play. We're going to keep our eye on the injury updates. There was some breaking news last night, I believe, about Christian McCaffrey and whatnot. So there are some players out there that we'll talk about. There's some others that you just questionable about. They're questionable, and it's like, do I want to play them? Do I want to risk it? Especially with the Monday night game, you have was it the Bears and the Texans? Rome's hurt, Allen's hurt. Are they going to be on snap counts, stuff like that? So it will make a slight difference whether you want to risk it or just go right into make an adjustment. Unless you're going to hold on to somebody for a potential Monday night. There is, I think, a little bit more. There are more players available. I went too far. Hold on, I'm going back. So Sunday night you get the Bears and the Texans, and then you get the Falcons and the Eagles, and you got extra. Darnell Mooney should be available in a lot of leagues. So if you're like last minute, I got to pick somebody up because, AJ Brown's not going to start or something like that. There's some action out there. All right, I'm actually going to bring in the screen. This is Bet Online. I just figured I'd bring them on in so you can see what it looks like. It's a lot going on. I generally use Bovada, but guess what? Something happened to my Bovada account this morning. It doesn't work. I got locked out, and I'm like, okay, well, they're like, we'll get somebody on the horn, to unlock it. I go, okay, cool. That hasn't happened yet, so it is what it is. All right. You know what? I'm going to put myself on the left, put it on the right. There we go. So here you go. If you can see, I can probably make this bigger. Hold on. Is it going to ruin the look there? It does ruin it a little bit. There's too much junk on this side. That's why I don't like this site that much. And if you go too far, they go crazy. You got the first half spreads, all that kind of stuff. All right, first off, let's start with the Raiders. Raiders at Ravens. Ravens are giving the Raiders 9 points. Ravens are negative 460, and the Raiders are plus 370. Over-under set at 41. Obviously, this game is leaning more towards the under. Yeah, Ravens should beat the crap out of the Raiders. I don't know if they'll cover the 9. They should in reality, but who knows. With garbage time and whatnot, I think they definitely get the dub. But, excuse me, I think the under more than not on this one. The second half is just going to be running. Whoever they pick to run, I don't think Derrick Henry is going to be, he's going to get in the end zone. He's going to get in there, but the bulk of the carries and whatnot, it could be Justice or something like that. But anyway, moving on to the Chargers and Panthers, be another blowout. The fact that the Panthers are only a 5-point underdog, they're getting 5 points, plus 5. Chargers, minus 240 on the money line. Carolina Panthers, plus 200. Over-under set at 38.5. Pretty low for an NFL game. And, I don't know. Do people not believe in the Chargers? Have you not already fallen out of love with the Panthers? Panthers suck. What are we doing here? This is the craziest spread. Do they know something? Obviously, Vegas knows something more than we do, right? Let's just be honest. They know. They know what they're doing over there. Then you got the Saints at the Cowboys. Cowboys giving up 6.5 points. Negative 280 on the money line, plus 235 for the Saints. Over-under set at 47. I'm hammering the Cowboys in this one. I really do think, it's plus 6.5 points. I might try to buy that down, but to what? You know what I mean? Is it going to be a field goal game? Is it going to be a touchdown game? Cowboys should be all over the Saints. The Saints just beat the crap out of the Carolina Panthers, and the Saints aren't a good team. All right, there you go. That's all I got to say. Hold on, I got comments coming from YouTube. There we go. We've been answering questions and whatnot. Alan's been doing shorts. I posted the perfect lineup, the imperfect lineup, and whatnot. Been just talking with viewers and whatnot. My dog's over here screwing around with the green screen, so if I start flickering, that's exactly what it is. Next up, Buccaneers and Lions. Lions are at home. Obviously, Buccaneers are on the road. Bucs are getting 7.5 points. Lions are minus 350 on the money line. Buccaneers are plus 280. Over-under set at 51.5. I think the Lions obviously run away with this game, but I think the Bucs can make it close towards the end. So I think when we made our picks on Wednesday night on Strikeout Beer, that's our main podcast that Alan and I started together, where we have some beers, talk about sports, life, pop culture, all kinds of stuff. That was one of the picks. So we always pick the Bengals, the Lions game, the Cowboys game, and then we picked 2 games of the week, like good rivals. And then Lizzie joined us, and took her Lizzie, so we picked the Giants-Washington game. So I think we all took the Bucs and the points, just because that's a ton of points in the NFL. So Lions to win, Bucs to cover. I don't know about that over-under, though. It really should be a shootout with, Baker had a hell of a game. Anyway, moving on. Colts and Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, I think they said he's going to be out like a couple weeks. Like, they're now saying like 3 to 4 weeks. It said 3 to 6 weeks. I don't know, and I don't trust the backup. I think the Colts win this. So Colts are giving up 2 points to Green Bay in Green Bay. Colts are minus 140 on the money line, plus 120 for the Packers. Over-under set at 41. Most of these points are coming from the Colts, and they looked really good last week against the Texans. But that was a fun game to watch. So give me, obviously, the Colts. I'd take the money line instead of the points. I don't care about the points, even though I don't think this will be close. You could probably screw around with that game spread if you want. And then you got the Browns going to Jacksonville, take on the Jaguars. Browns are getting plus 3 points. Jags, obviously, minus 3. Browns plus 145 on the money line, and Jaguars minus 165. Jaguars all day. Another not fun little tidbit, but yeah, no, the Browns are finding a way out of that Deshaun Watson contract. They're like, we finally found language, after like the newest event with another sexual assault case brought up against him. They're like, yeah, no, and I'm pretty sure it leaked from somebody in Cleveland. Let's be honest, man. They were like, we're done with this guy. I think Jameson Winston's starting. The Browns suck. They're terrible, right? They're just like, they're mismanaged from top to bottom. It's crazy though. I like the Browns. The years past, I was cheering for them in the playoffs and shit. I thought they were going to be hilarious, and Flacco was there. But yeah, no, the fact that they're only a 3-point dog against Jacksonville in Jacksonville is insane. Jacksonville minus 165 on the money line. Give me the points. Give me the money line. The over-under, I'm not touching. It's at 41. Just don't care about it. And with the unpredictability, Jacksonville's going to be the team that has to get the. Listen, Jameis Winston could go off. He's been known to go off, score some touchdowns, have a good day. But there's a lot more bad days and good days with him. Let's be honest. And Jacksonville's not bad. They're not a bad team. They got troubles, but they're not a terrible team. Moving on to the Niners and the Vikings. Niners are 4.5-point favorites in Minnesota. Minnesota's plus 195 on the money line and minus 225 for the Niners. Why did I say that weird? Hold on. Niners minus 225. Vikings plus 195. Over-under set at 46.5. I don't see any problems here with the Niners just running right through the Vikings. It should be a fun game, though. We'll see what is going on up there right now. I'm so scatterbrained. I'm sorry, but CMC came out. He's on the IR. They just put him on there, and now they're talking about, like, it just reported the NFL Network said that he's probably going to be out like a couple more weeks after that. So he might miss up to like 6 weeks. So we've been getting questions and whatnot about, hey, what do you think about, should I trade CMC? It's like, well, can you get anything for him? Because his value is dropping. His value is there for teams that want to make our late season run and are going to be in the playoffs and they want a stud. For me, I was like looking to trade Mason away. All I was wanting was Kupp. That's all I was wanting. So, but no one responded. I was like, okay, fine. And now with him being so valuable for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to hold on to him. And then I think that I mentioned this earlier too. I was like, the Niners don't need CMC to win regular season games, at least at this part, like the first half. Now they're gonna win their games. They're gonna go right back to the NFC Championship, I believe, and they're Super Bowl contenders. They really are. So, and CMC is going to be the guy that gets him there. Now Jordan Mason's dude. He's a great football player. He really is, and he looked great last week. We'll see how he does this week against the Vikings. I have him in my starting lineup. I feel really confident about him, but why not? I mean, what are you going to do? Anyways, so give me the Niners in this game. No problem at all. If I'm doing points, I might try to buy it down to 3.5. I don't know. It does make me slightly nervous. I picked up my phone for a reason, and I kept talking. Now I can't remember why I did it. Moving on to the Seattle Seahawks, heading to New England to take on the Patriots. Seahawks are giving the Patriots 3 in their own house. Plus 145 for the Patriots on the money line, minus 165 for the Seahawks on the money line. Over-under set at 39. They're expecting a low-scoring game. This game will probably go under. Patriots did okay against the Bengals last week. I think they went back and looked at the Gesicki touchdown, and they determined it should have been a touchdown. They don't know why it was overturned, and the Patriots should have lost. But it is what it is. Bengals struggle week 1 every single week. It didn't matter who they were playing. So I think the Patriots get a little extra credit for beating the Bengals. I still think they're a bad team. They're playing Seattle. They are at home, but I think Seattle outclasses them, and they get that win. I'd be more on the money line than the game spread, but if I had to do the game spread, give me a half-point buy down at 2.5. Next up, you got the Jets heading to Tennessee to take on the Titans. The Jets are 4-point favorites. They're minus 205 on the money line. Tennessee Titans getting plus 175. Over on a set at 40.5. Just another kind of low mid-scoring game, right? So it's like, all right, well, we'll see what happens. Tennessee looks just terrible. Jets should win this game easily. No problems at all. Did you see what the Bears defense did? They had zero offense. The Bears had zero offense and won that game. So I expect the Jets are a good D as well, so they should be able to handle this game, handle them up, beat the crap out of them. Next, you got the Giants at the Commanders. Commanders are giving the Giants a point for showing up. Commanders are minus 123 on the money line, and then the Giants are plus 103. Over-under set at 43. I'm taking the Commanders in this game. I mean, the Giants could bounce back, but I think the Commanders are just they're a better team. I think when we made these picks, the lines have changed a little bit since we did. I think the Commanders, were 2-point favorites on Wednesday, and I was like, it doesn't matter. I was like, I'm taking Washington. Until the Giants can show us something, Daniel Jones is just looking awful. What can you do? Moving on to the first of the afternoon games. The Rams heading to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. It's a pick 'em. Rams minus 115, Cardinals 105, minus 105, excuse me. Over on a set at 47.5. Give me the Rams all day on this one. Matt Stafford looked great. Offensive line is banged up, but he's gonna sling it. He showed it last week against Detroit. Got the raw end of the stick, but no big deal. For some reason they let teams wear like camouflage. That's the first thing I saw when I saw that game. I go, the walls and everything in that effing stadium are blue, bright blue. And then the Lions come out wearing all blue. So it's like you can't even see them out there. It's like, okay. And as fast as the NFL moves, you're like, oh, what the hell's going on? Like, how the hell is this allowed? But it is what it is. All right. And then you got the Bengals heading to Kansas City. Kansas City giving the Bengals plus 6.5. A lot of points. I'm taking the points. Minus 280 for the Chiefs. Plus 235 for the Bengals. Over on a set at 48. Bengals seem to be the only team that knows how to win in Kansas City, but I don't know. They got to get their act together. They're struggling right now, but give me the Bengals and the points. Chiefs should get the win. We'll see. And then the last of the afternoon games, Pittsburgh Steelers, Denver Broncos. Broncos are giving up 2.5, or they're getting 2.5, excuse me, to the Steelers. Steelers are minus 150, Broncos plus 130. Over under 36.5. There you go. You got your lowest of the week there. Give me I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos win this game. The Steelers don't look good. Justin Fields should have a better game because he knows he's a starting quarterback. He's going to get the action. He's been preparing all week. Throughout the whole preseason, they were like, oh, we're splitting time, or Russ is the number one, yada, yada, yada. They gotta get a hold of that damn team. It's falling apart. Anyways, late game, Bears, Texans. Texans by a mile. My son's calling me. Give me one quick second, and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I was like, yeah, let me play some music. He's like, I'm streaming. Oh, okay, you're streaming right now? Yes. Why are you asking me? I just said I'm streaming. And then he's like, what do you want? Be quick about it. He goes, oh, I'll just talk to you tomorrow. Okay. All right, buddy. I love you. I could go live at 3 o'clock in the morning and he would still fucking call. Anyways, Houston to win. They're giving 6 points to the Bears. They cover that, no problem at all. There is no offense with the Bears at the moment. They only have the defense. Defense isn't enough to stop the Texans like that. Minus 265 on the money line, plus 225 on the for the Bears. Over on a set at 45. You want? Now he's texting. Just tell me what you want, buddy. I can help you out. I got time. I answered the phone. If I didn't want to answer the phone, I wouldn't have. That's why I put my mic on mute. I hit the button to just play some tunes. Anyways, all right, so Monday night game. You got Atlanta Falcons heading to Philly to take on the Eagles. The Falcons are getting 6. Ooh, minus 255 for the Eagles money line, plus 215 for the Falcons. Over under set at 46.5. Man, the Falcons have got to be better, right? It's got to be. They played like crap last week. They did. They were the Steelers were all over them. All over Cousins. Cousins looked scared. It looks like he was looking out, the corner of his eye all day. When these quarterbacks get these gruesome leg injuries, they are never the same. And they are just like always looking over their shoulder or whatnot. So maybe it's just going to take them a little bit more time to come back. And then as in regards to Drake London, Kyle Pitts finally scored a touchdown. Great. Drake London had a terrible game. Oh, boy. So, anyways, there's my picks. I'll actually make my pro pick-em picks towards the end. Let's go ahead and pop over to we're gonna take a look at my lineups real quick. Oof. Appreciate everybody being here. Let's take one brief moment, collect our thoughts. But yeah, I'm just gonna set lineups in 2 leagues, I believe. Yeah, because one of the leagues isn't active. It doesn't. So I got into this. I'm in this Survivor League, which is a lot of fun. It's tons of fun. And so it auto drafts, and then you get what you get. And so, hold on real quick. So you get what you get. And this year we lost a player or two, so it didn't start till like week 4. So now it's not going to start till week 4. So we got our lineups yesterday, or when did we get them? Thursday, maybe Thursday or Friday. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm already starting to make a ton of moves and whatnot, because you get the lowest. If you're the lowest scoring team, you're out, and it sucks too. It's stressful, but then you look at other teams like, okay, I shouldn't have a problem, because there's always some team that's going to put up like 80 points, and you're going to be just fine. All right, so the first one we're going to look at is my home league. This is that's called the Gangsta League. This league is the one that I care the most about. I'm the champion in this league, 2-time champion. 2-time or 3 times? I think it's just 2 times. So here you go. Here's who I got. I got Stroud, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Tyler Lockett. Now, hold on. I know if you watched last week, you heard me talk about this. You're going to be like, how the hell did you get Jamar Chase or CeeDee Lamb? It's a one-keeper league, okay? I had Lamb. I traded for Chase last year. Got Chase, and he's going to be my keeper. You can keep him for 2 years. Is it 2 or 3 years? One of the two. And so I was like, okay, cool. I want Jamar Chase. And then I got lucky enough to have the 101. And I was like, I'm taking CeeDee Lamb. Even though he held out all freaking preseason, I did not want CMC. I made it very clear. I was like, I'm not taking him. The injury worries me, and it turns out it's actually going to be like 6 weeks without him. I think I made the right decision there. So anyways, I got CeeDee Lamb, Tyler Lockett. James Cook already went off for 30.5 points Thursday night on a 31-10 win against Miami. Then I got Joe Mixon, Evan Ingram, and Jordan Mason. I picked up Mason as soon as I saw the news that CMC was out for week 1, so I grabbed him. Now, here's my only conundrum here. Well, I'll be honest with you. So in a flex position, I'm either looking at Jordan Mason or J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins outscored Jordan Mason last week, but Jordan Mason got almost 2.5 times the carries, the attempts. So I'm kind of leaning towards him. This should be a nice little game up in Minnesota. It's indoors. J.K. Dobbins is going to be going against Carolina. If they get up big, they're probably going to give someone else the rock just to, let him run out of the game with his injury history. My other concern, do I do Allen Lazard over Tyler Lockett? Tyler Lockett had a decent game last week. They're playing against New England, who has a pretty good defense. I think I got to stay away from Rome this week. I played him and Deontay last week. Not so great. And obviously with his injury, I'm quite concerned. Not sure if I want to get involved there. All right. Then, like I said, Deontay Johnson, he should have a better week. He had some good targets if you want to take a look at it. See, 6 targets, but he only hauled in 2 of them for 29 yards. So either, what are you going to do? He's got Bryce Young throwing to him. I'm not really excited about that either. So I'm going to leave him on the bench. I like Tyler Lockett over him. The only person I think I have a question who I want to play over Tyler Lockett is Allen Lazard. It's week 2 at Tennessee. I think it's a coin flip. I'm going to look more into it before I set my lineup or finalize it here in about an hour. Najee Harris on the bench until he shows a little bit more. He's not coming in. Chase Brown, just kind of a backup in case something happens to Moss. And then Jordan Love is my backup QB. I'm holding on to. I expect big things out of him, but hey, it is what it is. He got hurt on like the last frickin' series, right before the last play of the game, which sucked, but it's all good. I got C.J. Stroud. I feel pretty good about that. He's going up against the Chicago defense, but I don't know. I think Tennessee sucked a lot and made a lot of bad decisions. Will Levis didn't help the situation, so I think I'll be okay in that one. So there you go. There's my first lineup. This is the SB Fantasy Football League, Listener League. So kind of want to win this. I am the defending champ as well. Like to defend my my championship. I got Dak. Now, this is a super flex QB with crazy high scoring. It's out of control. It's bonkers. So we got Dak Prescott, QB, Justin Jefferson, Xavier Worthy, Rashad White, Jordan Mason as a starter here, Evan Ingram, Najee Harris, Jared Goff. Now, on the bench, I've got Keenan Allen, which I'm not going to play. Even if he plays, he's going to be on a snap count type thing. They're going to be keeping an eye on him type, Austin Eckler, I was going to play him this week if CMC was back, because I was like, but I might still play him over Najee Harris. See, Najee Harris, he got 20 attempts, he got 70 yards out of it. He had 2 targets and 1 reception, no touchdowns. They are playing Denver, so I'm kind of leaning towards him this week. For me, I'm not saying a coin flip between him and Austin Eckler, but Austin Eckler had 2 rushing attempts, but he gives you the points and the receptions. So 4 receptions for 52 yards. My biggest concern is this right here with the 2 attempts. I think I'm going to get more out of Najee Harris in that department and should get some checkdowns as well. Obviously, Jared Goff. Do I have a third quarterback? Yeah, I do have Justin Fields. So I have Justin Fields. I picked him up I think in the late, super late rounds. Let me turn this down just a little bit. There we go. Super late round. I was like, you know what? Just in case when one of my guys goes on, a bye week or something like that, I need another guy. Now he's a starter out there. If he stays a starter, it's going to be all right, because it's going to be good, because Fields actually is a decent fantasy quarterback, with the scrambling ability to just take off on a dime and just go. And he does have a decent arm, so I like that. I do have Tyler Lockett on the bench here, Gabe Davis, Allen Lazard, and Puka. Puka's on the IR. Sucks, but it happens. So you only have 2 receivers in this league and a flex. You got 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and 1 flex there. Well, I guess 2 flex, but you're going to play a quarterback. I'm giving a little bit of benefit to Worthy just because he's an explosive player, but he only got 3 targets, 2 receptions, and he got he had 2 touchdowns. They use him rushing, they use him receiving. Just kind of stuck in the middle here. You know what I'm saying? Who would I play over him? Tyler Lockett maybe, Allen Lazard. I do like Allen Lazard in this situation. If you're looking at, the guy got 9 targets, hauled in 6 of them for 89 yards. Now, I think his second touchdown was a kind of garbage time thing, but I mean, I think I'm going to have to slide him in over Worthy here. I think so. Yeah, and they're at Tennessee. Man, Rodgers should be slinging it. I mean, he's got a lot to prove, I think. But yeah, there you go. So, and then if you want to just take a look at my other crazy-ass lineup. So here's my my Beard Laws Survivor League. Got Jalen Hurts, Jamar Chase. Let me tell you something. I had all freaking Bengals somehow on this list. I swear. I drafted all Bengals in my Cousins League because we're from Kentucky. I drafted every single Bengal I could, and then, obviously some others. But anyway, it was funny as hell because I got probably 6 Bengals. Five Bengals on this lineup, and I didn't even draft the damn thing. I was cracking up. But I got Jalen Hurts, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, Zach Moss, Alexander Madison, George Kittle, Allen Lazard, Scary Terry, J-Mo Williams, Derek Carr, Tank Bisbee, Justice Hill. And they automatically dropped you 2 defenses and whatnot. So, and again, this doesn't start till week 4, as you can see right here. We're not going, so nothing needs to be set. Not really worried about it. I do like Alexander Madison in Vegas, over Zamir, just because you've seen that he's the third down guy and he's a 2-minute guy. He's going to get the action and he's going to be catching passes out there. I like it a lot. Let's see. Let's go to Pick'ems. Let's check and see what's going on. Obviously, I've already got my first game right. Picked Buffalo over Miami. Josh Allen hasn't lost a Thursday night game yet, right? And he still hasn't. And I don't think Miami's beaten Buffalo since 2018 or something. It's crazy. So anyway, it's a no-brainer. I was nervous, but it was a no-brainer. Then moving on, Dallas obviously over New Orleans. 92% of the picks are going that way. And then Detroit over Tampa Bay, 92% as well, which is wild. I mean, at least I figured we'd have a little bit more of a Baker, but I don't know. But everybody's just picking favorites, I guess. Indianapolis over Green Bay. Lizzie, are you listening to this? I want to make sure she's listening because she always wants to go over picks, and now I'm actually talking about the picks. Indianapolis over Green Bay. You got the Jets over Tennessee, obviously. What's funny is the Jets are 85% over versus 15%, versus Tennessee or against Tennessee. But for some reason, like Indianapolis is only 71%. Like Green Bay doesn't have a quarterback. What are you doing? Obviously, San Francisco over Minnesota, Seattle over New England, Washington over the Giants, Chargers over Carolina. Then you got Jacksonville over Cleveland, Baltimore over Las Vegas, Rams over Arizona, Denver over Pittsburgh, Kansas City over Cincinnati, Houston over Chicago, and Philadelphia over Atlanta. If you really want to, I got to get hold on real quick. You get these, so we're on Underdog, right? And this is something I need to, I usually have a little ticker on the bottom, and I should have put it up there. But right now, if you go on Underdog, and you use our code SB Fantasy, you'll get your first deposit matched in bonus cash up to $1,000. So look at that, check that out. And they do crazy things like, hey, guess what? They'll lower the predicted score, kind of give you like a discount on some players and whatnot. And they had one for CeeDee Lamb. Oh, there we go. Jordan Love has been switched to out. So I'm going to actually slip Jordan Love over to we'll do that right here on the screen. How about that? We're going to go over to Jordan Love. Is he not going to let me put him in the IR? Let me refresh real quick. Maybe that's the issue. Why can't I move him? Do we not have IR in this stupid league? There's no way we don't have IR. Oh, my God. Alan, the co-host of this show, is the what do you want to call it? Yeah. We don't have an IR spot in our Gangsta League. Jesus. I thought that was fixed. I really did. Unbelievable. Not even shocked at this point, guys. But anyways, if you want to get on Underdog, hop in there, use SB Fantasy as your code, and it says that you're going to get a matched up to $1,000 in bonus cash. I'm going to put that in real quick. SB Fantasy. If I can spell fantasy right. And we're almost done here. We're just going to knock out a couple things. Just want to see if there's anything as far as who's picking who. I got messages and crap. I don't want messages. I don't want... It's like I got to sit here and wait and see who actually... and then you get like attachments and stuff. All right. Yeah, I got to go through, and I'm going to make some DFS lineups. Alan's already made some Underdog picks. They're over there on patreon.com/strikeoutbeer. That's always going to be our home base for everything, right? That's our main channel. What's up, Dylan? How we doing? That's our main channel. Or, the Strikeout Beer is always going to be weekday or Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Time. SB Fantasy, the live stream with both of us, is Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Now, we do Patreon videos and whatnot for beer, sports, random topics, but also sports picks and underdog picks, things like that. Hop on in there. It's $3. You get in for $3. You get access to all the content. Now, there is different levels, but $3 gets you in the door. Buy your pals a beer. Dylan, how are you doing today? You got all your lineup set? Everything good to go? All right. What the hell's going on with this thing? It's like I lost half of the groups I was in. Like, I don't know where they went, but it's like they're not there. Breaking news, Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown has been downgraded to out for tomorrow. So there you go. There's breaking news right now. A.J. Green's going to be out. Woo, as per Mike Garafolo. Tough hit, but you kind of knew it was coming, let's be honest, with his injury. So it's best that it came out right now. It's 11:03. They're giving you some information as far as the game tomorrow, so it's even better than waiting till tomorrow, finding out right before the game, an hour before the game. You're finding out right now, an hour before the noon games kick. You can go ahead and make adjustments, get him out of your lineup, put somebody else in. Let me go full screen. I don't know why the hell I'm still half screening it with y'all. But, yeah, absolutely bonkers. So all kinds of alerts coming across right now on the phone because, well, it is about that time. It's 11, whatever. So, yeah, like I said, Jordan Love is out. Who else is out? Coming across. People thanking for it. Yeah, we had a lot of interaction on YouTube here. Good to go. Luckily, Josh Allen had a game, so I'm going to beat Allen. Nice. I was talking to somebody about that game. They were like, I got Josh Allen. It sucks, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, in that game, they realized they didn't need him. They realized, they're like, oh, you know what? We can hand the ball off to Cook. We can get he didn't have to do everything himself. He relied on that, or the coaching staff finally got in there and was like, hey, you don't have to do everything. We don't need you to risk your body every single freaking play. This thing's driving me crazy. Give me 1 second. I got to check something out real quick. The fade is messed up on there. There we go. Drive me. So, but yeah, Dylan Busby, he's in here right now. He hosts Mostly Football. Go check him out over at his channel. I can actually get that for you real quick. Just anybody who might be watching this after it airs. It's a good watch. It's a fun watch. Dylan's a good host. Now, I wouldn't believe anything his co-host said, because I tell you, man, it's a rough one out there. There it is. You need to update your username, my man, to get all the numbers off the end of it. There you go. YouTube.com/Mostly Football Podcast 9502. There you go. Yeah, crazy. Like, I can't get in. None of my groups are here. It's kind of wild. Unless I just straight up left them. Now, that's obviously possible because I leave groups. Cowboys or defense? Yeah, no problem, bud. Here's something about Dylan. He had us on. He's had us on his show several times. Not just the fantasy or the football one, but we've been on Dressing Casual with Dylan. And dude, that show, or was it called something else at the time? I think it was Dress Casual. And dude, we were sitting there talking for like 3 or 4 hours. Lizzie had to come in the room. Was like, "Hey, it's time to get out of here." And I was feeling pretty good. I had a couple drinks. I was enjoying myself. But yeah, crazy. Okay, Cowboys or Chargers defense. Chargers are playing the Carolina Panthers. Cowboys are playing New Orleans. If I had to pick, I'm going to go Chargers, just to be honest with you, because at least the Chargers are playing a bad team. Dallas, they're at home against New Orleans. I think Carr is going to try to reach for a couple. So Dallas is going to get a sack or two, get a turnover or two, probably get 2 picks. But I can't look away from Carolina. You know what I mean? Like, the Chargers should be able to do something. That'll probably kick me in the ass. And of course, everybody else is split on it. We trust the neighbors today? Never. J-Mo versus Tampa or Pickens versus Broncos? J-Mo. Actually, you know what? Let me walk that back a half a second. Like, for real. Hold on 1 second. I'm like, why is it not showing me what I'm trying to get here? I think we looked Pickens up during week 1. And his targets, he had 7 targets. He hauled in 6 of them and 85 yards. They're playing Denver this time. He's the wideout one out there in Pittsburgh. J-Mo's wideout 2. He's going to stretch the field. He's going to be more boom or bust every week. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can pull him up real quick. I just want to give you some correct information. Oh, shocked that's on by that guy. I'll tell you what, though. Week 1, 9 targets, 5 receptions, 121 yards, 1 TD, had a rushing attempt for 13 yards. That was against the Rams. Rams ain't good on defense. They're playing Tampa. Tampa's a little bit tougher on defense. Yeah, I think I'd go Pickens for sure. Oh, someone else is bitching about you can't put Jordan Love on the IR. Yeah, what's the deal? That's crazy. So obviously someone else tried to do it because you can go pick up somebody before 12 o'clock hits for us. Chargers defense or Seahawks? Back to it again. Seattle's playing New England. This is a tough one. You have 2 teams that are playing terrible teams, but I still can't walk away. I can't walk away from what's it called? Hold on, let's check out some defenses. Let's take a look and see what Seattle did last week as a DST in Yahoo leagues. They got you 9 fantasy points, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, fumble recovery. It's not terrible. 9 points. Let's see what the Chargers did. Okay, they still called Los Angeles. There we go. Chargers gave you 16 points against Vegas. They gave you 16 points against a bad team. They're playing another bad team again. Give me the freaking Chargers. Chargers. Need help. Start Amari Cooper versus Jacksonville. Xavier Worthy versus the Bengals. I don't know how great Amari Cooper's going to be. I mean, obviously, I don't think. Is Deshaun Watson playing today? Is Watson actually playing? I showed him as inactive. It shows him as a. Hold on. Is he playing? That's all I need to know. Because if he's not playing and James Winston's playing, then I'm like, oh, God, I don't know. Fields, Geno, or Lawrence today? I mean, I don't think I can go Geno. Not against New England defense. Trevor Lawrence, he's playing Cleveland. They got a decent little middle-of-the-road defense. Maybe get me Fields. Maybe. Oh, man. And then everybody else is so I'm just in fantasy football groups and whatnot and seeing all these crazy comments. And I'll tell you what, this will get people bonkers. Like, fantasy football drives people insane. Murray or Fields? Murray. Wait, who are they playing? Arizona's playing the Rams? Rams defense ain't that great. Oh, boy, here comes a bunch of alerts from our, what's it called? I'm in too many leagues. And I'll tell you the truth. I'm about to drop. I ain't going to be in these leagues next year. With Ingram out, should I flex Kirk instead of Zeke? Ingram. Which Ingram? The only Ingram I know is Evan Ingram. He is out, folks. Evan Ingram is out. After suffering a pregame injury. Oh, no. There it goes. I just got the alert. We got to make some real quick moves. Hold on tight. Tight. Yikes. All right. And I'm not the guy that goes and grabs multiple tight ends. I don't see any right here available. We got to add a player. We're going to go find a tight end. Nope, don't care about that. We're going to do TE. You're going to see this on the fly. I'm going to add it. No. Add it to the screen. There we go. Add it to screen. This one. There we go. We got Moreau, Smith, Johnson. I'm going to go. He got 4 receptions on a hell of a game. Well, he already played. He put up 11. I was kind of worried about Moreau when he was he left the game on what's it called? Hold on, can I add him? I need to try to put what's his name back on. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to my lineup real quick. Come on, go back to the lineup. There we go. Can I put him on the IR? What in the hell is going on with this ad player? All right, so we're going to have to drop somebody because I don't have a backup tight end, and this ain't going to work for me. Available players, we're going to, like I said, we're going to pick him up just as a plug-in. I am rather nervous about as to why or how Evan Ingram got hurt. We're going to have to drop Chase Brown, I think. I don't want to drop Rome. Yeah, we got to drop Chase Brown. There we go. And so what we're going to have to do now is slide him on in. Right here. Unbelievable, man. You know how many other leagues I got to go and change this S at? Like, too many. See, I got Evan Ingram right there again. We're going to refresh this, and then we're going to go see if we can find any tight end. Do I have another tight end on the bench? No tight ends, baby. Go find a player. We're doing this all on the fly. You know, I generally don't do it from this screen. I do everything on my phone. I actually like the layout. They changed it this year, which kind of annoyed me, but I like the layout. So we're going to add him. Who can we possibly drop? You know what? Hold on real quick. Let me see if I can put I'm going to try to put, because I know in Strikeout or what's it called league, we have an IR. Won't let me. I only got one IR spot, and it's being used by Puka. I can't drop Puka. So looking at everybody else to drop, dude. I mean, you're looking at a team that I don't want to mess with. I don't want to drop any of these players. I think Gabe Davis had a rough week one. I think he should have a better week this week. I'm not going to drop Tyler Lockett. Austin Eckler, he's one of my backup running backs. So I think it's going to have to be Gabe Davis because I have too much faith. I have too much. Going to be Gabe Davis. Sorry, Gabe. Appreciate the support, bud, but I can't hold on to you. Move Moreau back into the tight end spot there. There we go. This is why you always got to pay attention to your phone, pay attention to your alerts, because you know you're going to get these alerts as they come out, and everything kind of starts happening around 11 o'clock. All hell starts breaking loose, right? And see, even in my other league, my cousin's league, I have Evan Ingram, and I got to throw him on the – at least I have an IR spot for him, and they haven't downgraded Higgins yet in that league. I don't have a backup tight end, but I know there's tight ends available in this league, but now I got to go drop somebody, which sucks because I love my team. All right, so we have Dalton Schultz, Parkson, Conkin, Fairmuth, Fant, Hurts. I mean, all these. I even had Gesicki in this league. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see what I can do with Gesicki. And, you know, he had a touchdown. They took it away from him. I mean, I haven't even heard of this guy. Colby Parkinson. You ever heard of him? He's the main tight end out there now, I guess. He got 4 receptions from 5 targets, 47 yards, 8 points. And that was against the Lions. Conkin's still around. Conkin do anything? No. Let me see. There we go. Moreau's available. Moreau. I'm just gonna pick him up. Screw it. I'm not messing with anybody else. We're gonna drop. I think I'm gonna have to drop Hubbard or Hill, and I think it's gonna be Hill. Well, Hubbard kind of sucked too. Get you 1 fantasy point. Yeah, let me drop Hubbard. Okay. Wait, what happened? Players, tight end. Look at this. This is insane. This is an ESPN app. I don't like ESPN at all. I don't. Whatever. I don't like it at all. Oh, shit. What happened? Hold on. They already pick him up? It says I added him. Huh. Well, he's on my lineup somewhere. I guess I... Oh, there he is. Okay, so I must have, when I picked him up, he automatically went over there. So I got him. He's not scheduled to have a lot of points, but I'm going to play him anyways. I got to check out another... I had Evan Ingram in almost every single team that I have. And then when I have multiple teams, that's exactly what I do. I go right to... I draft the same thing because I have a group of guys that I like, and I go right after them, and that's who I want for the remainder of the season. And I pivot and things like that going forward. But, all right, this should be the last league. I don't even think he's in this league. Because I think my tight end in this league is like Spare McGee. Oh, I got him in there too. Okay, cool. There you go. That's, scrambling, looking for someone to replace is absolutely bonkers. Sorry I had to end the stream like that. But, hey, keep your eyes alert and open on those alerts as they come across. I mean, if you're in, I'll be honest with you, you probably want to subscribe to like Sleeper or Underdog. Get into either one of those because those alerts seem to come out quicker than any other app. I don't know why, but those alerts, they come over quicker. They come over before ESPN, before Yahoo, and et cetera. So, but that's going to do it for today's stream. I appreciate you popping in. I hope you have a good week. I'm probably going to be back tonight or tomorrow night. Maybe we'll preview the Monday night game together. But I might go live from Strikeout Beer. Before the late game tonight, just to have a little chat, a couple beers. So go over there and check that out. Now, Strikeout Beer is on Facebook, Instagram, we are on Facebook, Instagram, we're everywhere on social media, but streaming live. We go live on Facebook, Twitch, Kick, YouTube. So you can catch the live stream, interact with us as we're streaming when you see the alerts come across. But you can also, if you want to hear the audio, it's available wherever you listen to your podcast. Like I said, weekly show, Strikeout Beer, 8 p.m. Central Time on Wednesdays. I used to do a Sunday special, but with football season, it's kind of getting in the way, and I've been having a little bit of fun already. But anyway, appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you being here. Good luck today, and we'll see you next time. Adios.